Alright, it's the kid Stunner in my sports. And what we're doing here today is we're gonna be talking about the Raptor and the issues that I am having with first generation Raptor. Okay. You notice the warnings on here. This is the situation I got going on. Right? And the diagnosis I got. Sorry for the finger there.
911 assist is not operational. Please visit your dealer for service.
Alright. What we're going to do is we're going to do a scan. See what we get. See if we get any codes. And I already know the answer to this, but I'm just showing you this to you guys. 0 codes found. Right? No codes. Right? And if you listen, you hear that clicking. Right? When I turn the ignition on, try to start it, you get the click. Now, first thing I'm thinking is that sounds like the starter not engaging. But I will find out and determine that it's not the starter. Because what I did was I took the starter out, and I got a video coming on that, and determined that it was not the starter. Okay. Took it up to Advanced Auto. Had it checked out. Had the solenoid checked out. It passed. You know. Got some questionable technicians that work up there that aren't as knowledgeable as they should be, but we'll say that for another video. But let's do the process of elimination. It's not the starter. Okay, I did a battery test. The battery's still good. Okay, as you heard when you turn the ignition on, you could hear the fuel pump come on. So it's not the fuel pump. Now it could be some modules, you know. That could be that. It could be your fuse. It could be, relays, some bad wiring, all that. Trust me, for the last few weeks, I've been doing checking all those things out when I had time. And I haven't found a problem in those areas. Well, let me first say the first problem I was having was brake lights. Brake lights weren't working. Okay. And so what I thought the issue was, from my research, was this little switch here that goes underneath the driver's, on the floorboard underneath the driver's dash. And I replaced that, right? That turns out not to be the issue because I'm still not getting any brake light illumination. And so to try to brake here, I went and checked the wiring out in the back, and still the wiring is good. So I don't know what's going on with the brake module, right? And the advanced trac thing, I already looked into that, couldn't find out what was going on with that. But now I'm going to show you how all these things are connected, right? I sort of pinpointed the the at least the location of the error that I could be having. And what I found out is, looked at my fuses, and the issue I'm having with my fuses are number 35, 36, 37 through 38. Remember I had the warning about the trailer brake control. The restraint control module, that's new. And the hill descent. Well, I haven't had to use that because I really haven't been doing much off-roading with it. So I don't know if that's a future issue I have, but that's not a current issue I have, right? And we're gonna look at these fuses, right? Here is the panel for the fuses, right here. And this is the cover, right? And you look, you see 35, 36, 37, 38. They're all on the same row or column, right? Right there. I got my little fuse light tester, and we're gonna see if we're getting any voltage, right? We're gonna test all the other stuff, and we're gonna see if we're getting any voltage, and it's gonna show that we are getting voltage, right? First thing I want to say is, as a YouTuber and someone that researches troubleshooting vehicles and trying to do it yourself, the last resort I want to take is to take it to the dealer. Because, of course, we all know with the dealer, you're going to pay the price. As the saying goes, you may pay a little, might pay a lot, but you're going to pay. And my last experience with the dealership wasn't necessarily a good one, because in my other Ford I had was an 04 Ford STX. I had a similar issue where the vehicle wasn't starting. And my knowledge back then was limited, but I did some of the same steps to troubleshoot to see what the problem was, and I came back with nothing. So I reluctantly took it into a Ford dealership. And when I took it into the Ford dealership, they told me that it was the program control module. And when I took it into there, they tried to tell me that it was going to cost me, I think it was roughly $2 or $3 grand. I'm like, that truck was maybe worth $4 at the time. So I'm like, that's not going to even be worth it. I'd be better off just buying another truck. So I had it hauled out of there, and I did some research, and I found that I could get a remanufactured PCM, or was it ECM, whatever control module, which is the thing that's in the front, underneath the hood on the passenger side here, which I will show you later. But that thing is just a simple plug and play. And what you can do is, you can just pull those 3 cords out, take some bolts off, pull that little control module out, put a new one in there, plug those 3 connections back, and all you got to do is go and get your key reset. And you take your key to get resetted, so the little computer chip in your key is paired with your new control module. And to do that, it was like $25 to get the key paired to the new control module. And the price of the remanufactured control module was like $140. Now $140 compared to $2 or $3 grand for a new one is a significant difference. So that's what I did, and it worked like a charm. So I spent $50 towing here and there, $25 to pair the key, $130, $40 for the module. That's like less than $300. versus paying 2 or 3 grand to do the same thing, right? So I'm hoping that may be the case here, even though I have couple other issues besides what may potentially be the control module, but we'll see. And again, guys, this is not what we want to do. We do not want to take it to the dealership. But I give you the good when I repair something and show you how to fix it, so I'm going to give you the bad. And I will do a follow-up video on this to show you what the outcome was. But anyway, let's get back to these fuses. We're going to do the fuse test, right? You can get this little fuse tester with the little light on it anywhere. $3 or $4. We're going to test our fuses, right? So you test this fuse. This thing here is a little cheap, so. Okay, we got a red light. So that fuse is good. Check that fuse. That's a red light. Now, remember I said fuses 35, 38, 37, 36, 35 through 38 on the third row. This is the third row. Alright? So we're going to test 38. Right? No red light. Going to test 39. Let me see. You got a red light. See the red light? Test 38. No red light. Going to test 37. No red light. 36. No red light. 35. No red light. Gonna go to the next row and test that. Right? Red light. Red light. Red light. All these are red lights. I can go on and on. But we've pinned it down to 35 through 38. Right? And again, those are issues I'm having when I turned the ignition on and showed you. 35 was the hill descent switch, restraint control module, trailer brake control. When I turned the ignition on, I showed you, it showed on the display again. It's kind of blurry. Trailer brake control fault. Service advanced track, right? So I'm thinking that advanced track is the hill descent. Okay, we're going to take our tester here. I'm going to take our Ford manual here, and we're going to go to the front of the vehicle. Alright, here we are. Now we're going to look at under the hood fuse box. Alright. I'm going to ground my little tester to something metal. I'm going to test our fuses. And I'll do a video on how to test fuses. And we're going to test, as you can see, the red light come on here. Red light. Red light. Get down there. Red light. Red light. All these are working. But then I come over here, stick it in there. No red light. Stick that in there, no red light. Stick that in there, no red light. No red light. All these are not getting power. Again, I stick this in here. You see? Red light. See, red light. Red light. Come here. Stick it in there. No red light. Now, let's look at these fuses and what these fuses control. Right? That is these fuses right here. All these in this row. There's 5 of them. We go here to our book, right? So it's fuses, let's say 52 through 84, and it's really 52 through 55 and 75 through 79. So we're gonna go here and we're gonna see 55 is not used. 56 heated mirrors, 57, 58. None of these are not used, but we said 75, right? 75 is PCM voltage. 76 is PCM voltage, PCM voltage, PCM voltage. 78 is PCM voltage. And these are, again, the ones that are not working. Right? And here is your PCM. Remember I told you about the 3 plugs, right? And like I said, to replace this thing, you simply pull these out. And this is your PCM right here. This is what I had bought in the other truck. And you pulled it out. It's just the brains of the car or the truck. Pull that out. Put a new one in there. Plug these 3 back in. Take your key and get it reprogrammed to your new ECM, or excuse me, PCM, and it'll work. So guys, that most likely is the issue. Okay, but we're gonna find out, because I'm gonna take it to the dealership and see what they say. Which you guys probably think I should just order a new piece, a remanufactured PCM and plug it in there and see if that works. But again, I'm having these other issues, and the vehicle does have close to 100,000 miles. It's due for some maintenance. So I'm just going to take it in and see what they say, and I will get back with you guys on that. Again, I troubleshooted everything that I possibly could. I did a video on taking this fuse box out, and I took that out and I checked all my wires underneath my wires. There's no burns or anything. So it's not that. It's not the starter. The battery's good. All my wiring is good. So here we are. And once I figure out what is going on with her, I will let you guys know and keep you updated. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe.